It's taken a lot of reflection and raw honesty with myself to come to the ugly truth that it was me who threw away my passion. And even harder to realize that it's been a pattern I've been stuck in for a while now. So how do I break this pattern? I found I was always telling myself a variation of these things. I'm not good enough, that someone else is better than me. I'm too old to make an impact or get any better. No one wants what I have to offer, and that I will never be able to work hard enough and get to where I want to be. This never-ending bombardment of negative self-talk didn't exactly encourage me to continue creating or put in the effort. So I would go an extended period of time without doing any work or studies. When I did get around to it, I would just feel guilty or ashamed of what I created. Pretty soon I started to fear opening up my sketchbook entirely, and thought it best just to leave it closed. This led to a flatline in my skill development, which in turn confirmed my negative self-talk, and then the cycle would repeat. However, I find that this is part of the learning process. Realizing that we have these bad, self-destructive habits, and then deciding to make a change. Though it may take time to recognize it and to finally accept that you need to change, it's all part of the process. We can't change and progress without trying. If we want to move forward and grow, we have to take a step. So the step I decided to take was to start working in my sketchbook again. I reminded myself of how much I enjoyed working in my sketchbook. It took a great leap of faith to get myself to just try. And to give myself the permission to explore techniques and mediums that I've been dreaming of playing with for a while now, but wasn't letting myself. It took a few days and weeks, but I got to the last page of my sketchbook, a point I honestly thought months before I wouldn't get to, but here I am at the last page. I really had no clue of what to draw on my last page of my sketchbook, but an artist that I look up to posted a drawing she made of her dog. I was instantly inspired to draw all of my family dogs as well. It was interesting to observe my thought process in drawing dogs, and how my instincts kicked in from practicing human anatomy. Though the anatomy of a human and dog is very different, the same principles apply. Line of action, major shapes and silhouette, proportion, and always use a reference. It was scary to start the last page of the sketchbook. Overthinking it, of course, and convincing myself I had to finish off the sketchbook with something grand and beautiful, especially if I would be filming it. When I place this pressure to overperform, I find it hard to want to try, in fear that I won't meet my expectations. But a sketchbook is for experimenting, for expressing yourself, and documenting your growth as an artist. Putting the pressure on yourself to create masterpieces in your sketchbook isn't going to get you very far. Mileage and patience with your journey is what helps you progress. There is value in recognizing where you are in your journey and accepting it. I was uncomfortable with drawing something other than a person. When I felt this discomfort in the past, I would try to avoid drawing that thing and only draw what I knew, so I could always see myself as proficient at what I do. But is ignoring our shortcomings really showing proficiency in our craft? I think perseverance is true proficiency. We tend to see our end product as the marker of our capabilities, but I think it's how we get there that testifies of our skill. It was at about this point that I started to hit a wall. That creative adrenaline from starting the page and seeing my successes started to wear off. I just wanted to finish the page now. Though at the same time I really wanted to stop, but I pushed myself to keep going, even though it was hard and I didn't feel that creative surge anymore. I knew the benefit of pushing through to create, even when I didn't want to, would help me build better creative habits in the long run. We can't always rely on creative surges and inspiration to drive us to be creative. To keep being creative, we just need to act, even when we don't necessarily feel like we want to. After years of self-comparison to others, I've put little value on myself and my journey. I convinced myself that there was no seat left for me at the table of artists. Other people could do it and have the talent, but there was no place for me. What happens if we accept that we are right where we are supposed to be? That where others are in their own journey has no influence or impact on where we are on our own? Just because someone else is an artist and may be really good at it, does that invalidate my journey, passion, and drive for art as well? I want to remember that when I'm going through these hard times, if I come back to this place of passion depletion and self-destructing habits, I want to accept where and who I am at the moment with love and grace. In fact, I should do this long before I get to this ultimate low. Maybe I can avoid it entirely. The you who is struggling right now is no lesser than the person we want to become. The person we are now is the amazing person that is going to take us to our goals. The person we want to become is the same person we are now. They just know a little bit more.